We're continuing here with chapter 1 of the Demon Slayer Gaiden story for Giyu. And Giyu has just informed Yae that he has not seen a someone going back to being human. Again, implying that her father, if he's a demon, ain't coming back. She has no response to that, neither does Shinobu. And now we see Yae leaving with Taro the dog. Anomotazuka. So we saw this term before, and it wasn't translated. It means like without having a hole, or without having a gap, or something like that. Anamatozuka. Anamatozu. So this is Giyu now asking, like, what's anamatozu? Suana o mitsukerarezu toumin shi sokoneta kuma no koto desu yo. Okay, so a suana would be a nest hole. A suana, a nesting hole or a burrow or a den. What did I put this under? There it is, Demon Slayer. Like without finding a burrow, a tominshi. Hibernation is tolmin. Hibernation, sokoneta, to miss out. Sokoneru means to harm, but it also means to miss out on something, despite wanting to. Kuma no koto desu. So it's a thing about bears where they miss out on hibernating without finding a place, without finding a hibernation den. That's what they call it. So that, again, literally without having a hole. Motazu. All right, so now we know what that means. Kaeru basho mo kazoku mo orazu. All right, so like they exist, or they don't exist with a family, or a place to return to. A non-existence of a family and a place to return to. Fuyu no yama o hitori-sama yo aware na kemono. Aware na. Oh, pitiful. Okay, so a pitiful beast that alone samayo, that loiters around the mountains in winter. So winter mountain, alone, loitering, prowling, pitiful beast. Kemono. Okay, Yae here is making some prayers to, what is this, the burned out place where she found her father, probably, and his friends. Tom. All right, some sort of sound. Oh, Shinobu. Kono mama ja sukuwaremasen yo, kanojo. Okay, so suku owaremasen, not able to save her like it is now. So as it is now, not being able to save like that girl. Okay. That's the cold wind, I guess, blowing. Ika kono nioi o ondazo. Like, is it good? This odor, like, will you go after it? Will you chase it? She's talking to her dog, Taro. Samui kedo, ganbatte kure na. It's cold, but, like, do your best, okay? Aw. 通りで見つからないおわけだ。通りで。Indeed. 通りで. Indeed, or no wonder, it's the reason like not finding. Maybe because it's cold. It's no wonder the reason we're not finding. She's trying to warm up her hands. Oh, flashback time. いいたずには吸ってるとこがねえんだ. So, like, basically, there's no part of the bear to throw away. As for to the bear, or the itazu, which is the Matagi's word for bear, throwing away things do not exist. So, use it all. Niku kegawa tan no. What does that say? You small kana. Abura. Abura. Masani yama no megumi da. Okay, so the meat, the fur or the skin, the pelt, tan no. The gallbladder? The gallbladder. The abura, which is probably oil or fat. That's not the normal kanji. Yeah, okay, so this is the normal kanji you see for abura, meaning oil, usually like cooking oil. But apparently if you use this oil, it's more like fat or lard. All right, so the fat, masani, certainly it's the mountain's megumi, which I feel like I should know. Oh, blessing or grace. It's the blessing of the mountains. Hore, 触ってみろ. See, try touching. Atake, like it's warm. Like this is atatakai. Atake. お前の腹の中も同じものが詰まってんだぞ. I think he's saying inside your stomach or your insides, the same things are packed with. I mean, they're looking at all the guts inside the bear. So your insides are packed with the same sorts of things. Yae yo, hey yae. 俺たちマタギは山から命をいただいて生きている. So, you know, Yae, as for we Matagi, lives from the mountain, we live by receiving life from the mountain. This is her father. What was his name? Matazo, something like that. 殺したからには生きなくてはな. So, because killed, as for because killed, if we don't live, ... like we must live. So we killed it, so we must continue to live. We must live. Hey, Ronnie, have a good night. Thank you again so much for the raid. Really do appreciate it. 1. Okay, back to the present. 1. Woof. 1. That would be Taro barking. Taro. 1. Bora. Oh no! Avert your eyes. Avert your eyes. I'm sorry. Well, R.I.P. Taro. You were too cute for this world. Za. Za. It's the sound.
R.I.P.
The sound of the snow crunching. Was there anything that brutal in Demons? I mean, things died all the time, but I don't recall like cute animals dying. I'm sure there was. Okay. Ya is looking down and she sees a form hunched over, perhaps feeding, perhaps her father. 少なくとも元に戻った人間を俺は見たことがない. So this is Yae thinking back to what Giyu said. This is right where we stopped, right? So again, like I've never seen somebody return back to being human. One thing to note is the English translation says, I've never seen a demon turn back to being human. There's no explicit mention of demon here. It's just, it's implied. It's even a little bit returning to original form, human, I have not seen. Ah. Hey, have a good one, Goshi. Yep, there he is. And he's feeding on Taro's body. 本当に鬼になっちゃったんだね. So truly to a demon has become, and the chatta again is like, and there's nothing to do about it. It's like, it's final or regrettable, but probably a little bit of both. Yep, he's got the horns. Otto. Enmono o kakunin shitara aratezu jinsoku ni kyoju suru. All right, so it's not quite a flashback, but she's thinking back to, I guess, when her father was teaching her how to shoot. Like when you verify or confirm your prey, without haste, jinsoku. Quick, rapid, streamlined, expedited. Quickly, rapidly, kyoju. Kyoju. What is this form of kyo? It's not coming up. It's like this, but it has a different radical in front. All right, well, let's try looking that up. This is sueru, or suwaru, to sit, to place, to lay. Okay, so I guess like lay the weapon, lay the gun. Yeah. Kyoju suru, like lay the gun. What else can this mean? Lay a foundation. Okay, I guess like get the gun ready. Kyoju suru. Shinko kyu nikai. This is basically like calmly breathe 2 times, or two deep breaths. Deep breathing 2 times. Hanakara sui kuchikara haku. So from the nose, suck. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. Expel through the mouth. Yeah. 2 deep breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth. 標的の急所に狙いを定めて。Sadameru is to establish or determine. And Kyusho is like a vital spot. So your target's vital spot, aim and decide. Decide and aim for, determine and aim for the vital spot of the target. Hikigane o shibaru. And the trigger, pull. Or squeeze. Squeeze the trigger. Shibaru. This would be the shibori. O shiboriman. Shiboru. Okay. So now we're somewhere else. Mimachigai da to omotta katta. So thought it was a visual mistake. A misjudgment, a mistaken vision. I thought I was seeing things. I thought it was a mistake of vision. So, okay, she's flashing back to, I guess, when she came upon her father the first time. Nande anna koto shita no ka? Why was he doing that sort of a thing? Or why doing that sort of a thing? Sagashidashite kikitakatta. Like finding out and asking. Or wanted to ask and wanted to find and ask. Why did that sort of a thing? Anamotazu to usomade tsuite, and so told the lie of the bear without a home. Of the Anamotazu. Gomen ne, Taro. I'm sorry, Taro. Omae ga kuwarete. You've been eaten. Yo yaku hara ga kimatta. Hara ga kimaru is like to decide your stomach. Hara ga. This has to be some sort of expression, right? Hara o kimaru. There we go. Yeah. To decide or resolve oneself. So finally, at last, I'm resolved. Oh, I guess maybe you being eaten, like, finally has made me decide. Don. There we go. She shoots her dad. Of course, she doesn't know that the demons will just regenerate. Gu. Nande? Why? Nande oni ni natta? Why became a demon? Nande minna kuchimatta da? Why eating everybody? Of course, here he is getting up. He's now charging. Nande? Why? Doshite da yo? Why was it? She's prepping the gun again. Okay. Back to some sort of flashback. Doshite ano toki nigeru you ni ie o tobidashita nda? Why at that time, like you were fleeing or running away, the house like flew out of? Why'd you fly out of the house like you were fleeing that time? Doshite ano toki? Why that time? Atashi mo, I also. Oh, like why did I also fly out? Oh, Doste ano toki watashi mo. Like, why that time, like, me also, did he not eat? Probably. Well, now he's trying. All right, biting the gun. Well, there's the blown off head. Zoo, zoo. Mo chikusho kara modorenai nara. Mo chikusho. Isn't chikusho is usually like son of a bitch. So, uh, oh, it can be a. We almost see it almost always as like son of a bitch, but it can mean a beast. That's probably actually the real origin of it. Like already because a beast, or because already a beast, if it's not being able to return, semete matagi toshite atashi ga hajiko. Hajiku. No. Isn't this yeah, that's like Geki of Kyogeki. Or Kogeki of attack. Huh. That is not okay, so this is the kanji for to shoot or attack. Again, it's the Geki of Attack on Titan. Kogeki no Kyojin. But this is Hajiko, which is Hajiku, which is like to repel or to flip or so there's a little bit of a double meaning here. So at least being a Matagi, I like will repel, shoot, take care of. But it's kind of a mixture of ideas here. Zoo. Oto, Dad. So omoshikanakata. That's all I could think about. Doshite? Why? Kona kurushii omoi suru nara. This sort of a painful thought if I'm doing this, having these sorts of painful thoughts. Doshite ano toki? Oh, so she's asking the question now. Why that time? Atashi mo kutte korenakatta n da. Why didn't you eat me? Also. Eh? Yeah. It's kind of saying her name. Here comes Gyu. Katana coming out. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. We've got Byo. Yeah! Off comes the arm. Get a nice defiant stance here. Shinobu is not far behind. There we go. There we got the arm plopping to the ground. Very nice. Hold on. Let's get that whole beautiful scene in there. There we go. There we go. That's better. You got to get the arm in there. That completes the picture there. Arama, like oh my. Kigu desu ne. What an unexpected meeting, isn't it? What a coincidence. Oh. All right, that feels like it might be the end of the chapter. Yes. Oh my gosh. All right, we do not have to read this, the time to read this, but it's about the Matagi. Maybe sometime later. We see Matazo, that's the father, and Yue. We'll read that another time. So that's the end of the chapter. Again, these stories for each of the Hashira is before and after the first part and the second part. So we will pick up with the second and the last chapter tomorrow. We'll likely again have to split it into two because they're quite long chapters. So we'll pick up with that story tomorrow.